Remember when millionaires used to dream of getting richer, going to space, or owning a new social media platform? Well, now they have a new obsession, and that is to never grow old.
I am a modern-day explorer searching for the fountain of youth.
This is the story of Brian Johnson, a tech entrepreneur from the US who spends $2 million a year in research, treatments, and experiments to not age.
No one in the history of the human race has tried to take every organ of their body and try to slow the speed of aging and reverse it. Never been done by anyone ever. The first time ever. And you know what? It's
really, really hard.
Immortality is a concept that has captured our collective imagination for a long time. But now with the advancement of technology, scientists are wondering if there is a way to change the way we humans age. People like Johnson that are attempting this are nicknamed biohackers because they're using technology and algorithms to change the way or to hack the way that we age. Johnson isn't the first person to do this. In fact, this obsession with not aging isn't new to Silicon Valley. Many billionaires and entrepreneurs have been investing in longevity research for a long time. But what is different about Johnson is that not only is he investing in his research, but he's also his own guinea pig.
My team and I set out to ask the question, what is possible right now with slowing our speed of aging and reversing it?
So can humans really turn back time? But before that, let's go back to Brian Johnson and see where he came from. He got a BA in International Studies and then an MBA and threw himself into the world of entrepreneurship. First, he founded a voice call company similar to Skype called Inquest, which later shut down. Then he tried his hands in real estate, which also failed. But it was in 2007 that he finally struck gold. He created Braintree, which was a credit card processing platform. Braintree acquired Venmo, which was also doing something similar. And in 2013, he sold the two collective companies to PayPal for $800 million. Now, while he was on this all-time high, he was also going through personal issues. He went through a rough divorce and said he had put on a lot of weight. By this time, he'd also left his Mormon church and said he went through depression. He said it was time for a big change, and 8 years later, he announced a new project, Blueprint. Now, the goal of Blueprint was to use advanced technology, extensive tracking of the body, health treatments, and experiments to see how he could prolong his lifespan. But like Johnson's t-shirt suggests, the ultimate goal of this project was to never die. So how did he do it? First, he brought on a team of 30 doctors, including anti-aging experts, that monitored his heart, his lungs, his kidneys, his brain, and sexual health. He took a stool sample every day and slept connected to computers. Doctors took thousands of pictures of the inside of his body, and Johnson says he's the most measured human on earth.
As far as I know, I'm the only person that has publicly posted my data. So I'm not saying, here's my protocol and believe me. I'm saying, here's my protocol, here's all my data, and here's what I'm experimenting with next.
Now, with all this data that they collected, they designed an algorithm that would completely dictate his life.
We're going to quickly close the door. I maintain air quality inside the house to a pristine level. And in Los Angeles, air quality is sometimes compromised. I measure air quality inside and outside, so I always know, so we don't leave the door open if we go in and out.
Unlike influencers, his day didn't start with a glass of warm water and lemon, but it went something like this.
The first thing I'm going to do is use this Braun thermal scan device. I measure my inner ear temperature every day. Through this, I'll flip on this UV light, just get a few minutes of exposure. I wake up normally when it's dark outside, and so I can't see the sun. And so in place of the sun, I'll use this device. It helps set circadian rhythm. It improves sleep.
Not just that, he checked his weight, did skin therapy, meditation, workouts. He also took 80 different pills a day that contain supplements to improve his health.
These are all the supplements I take, and they're alphabetized, and there's a year supply of each one.
He ate a diet with a strict amount of calories and ate all of his meals within a 6-hour window. Now, there was a scientific study done by Harvard where when older rats were given blood transfusions by younger rats, they were rejuvenated. So what did Johnson do? He got his 17-year-old son to donate his plasma to his father.
That's in the bag.
That's a nice looking bag.
I created this human. He's now almost 18 years old. We're now doing this together I never imagined in my entire life this kind of relationship with my child. Thanks for the plasma.
No worries.
He didn't stop there. He donated 1 liter of his plasma to his father.
Get down here. Let's give you a hug. Go out of there.
I don't want to ruin your needle.
His father's biomarker test revealed that he was now aging like a 46-year-old as compared to a 70-year-old. But he clarified that he wasn't sure if this was a result of the transfusions or all the other stuff that they had been doing. Now, the US Food and Drug Administration had run their own tests previously and concluded that there was no clinical evidence that this kind of transfusion between older and younger people had any anti-aging benefits. This was the same conclusion that Johnson also drew from his experiment. People who support Johnson believe that all these treatments and experiments that he's doing is going to ultimately benefit humanity as a whole. However, longevity isn't just about eating well or following an exercise routine. In Okinawa, Japan, 40% of the population has a chance of living up to 100 years old, and it's safe to say that they weren't spending $2 million a year like Johnson. It's because longevity is also heavily linked to genetics. Health experts say that the treatments and regimens that Johnson follows is actually backed by known science, but doing all that could only help up to a certain extent. In fact, some doctors were completely against taking so many supplements a day and said it could cause other bad consequences. So what about other risk factors?
To choke on pills, although I think several haters are hoping that I choke on the pills. It would be pretty ironic.
This process of giving up a social life and being in bed before 8:30 p.m. hasn't been easy for Johnson either. In fact, he told Time magazine that his love life was on a pause because women hated that he had such a strict lifestyle. In November 2023, he announced that he underwent electric shock treatments to his penis to improve his sexual performance to be like that of an 18-year-old. It's been 2 years since Blueprint started, so let's talk about the results of the project. Was he successful in reversing or stopping the aging process? His website displays a long list of health improvements. According to him, he has found success in some areas. He now has the skin of a 28-year-old, the lung capacity and fitness of an 18-year-old. He says his left ear is 64 years old and he had a heart of a 37-year-old.
There's never a time in life too late to start taking care of yourself. Also, if you're 10 to 20 right now in life, what I would give to go back in time and begin this way of living at that age. It is so much harder to reverse aging damage than it is to prevent it.
What do you think about this story? Do you believe that not aging is the future of humanity? Let us know in the comments and make sure to subscribe to Brood for more such videos.
You okay, bro? Honestly, probably not.